When working with multiple vaults in Remote Desktop Manager, it might become useful to be able to reproduce the structure of a vault or simply reproduce the structure of a folder along with its entry. There's a way to do that in RDM using the template groups. To do so, start by selecting the folders and the entries you would want to include in the template groups. In my case here, I'll be using the credentials folder alongside with the endpoints folder. Then right-click on one of the folder you've selected, go in Add, and save as a template group. Now you'll want to give it a meaningful name. So I'm using Windjammer IT Credentials and Endpoints. Under the template settings, you can decide if you want your template to be in a folder. In my case, I'll leave it empty for now. You can also add a description. You can also decide if you want the template group to be available in Add Entry. So whenever you're adding a new entry, it will show up under Template. If you go in the Entries tab, from here you can edit specific entries that are part of the template group. Or you can also remove them from the selection by selecting the entry and clicking on the Delete button here. Now, if you decide to edit a specific entry, go ahead and select one, click on Edit. From here, you'll be able to play around with the settings of that specific entry. But note that if you do any changes to the settings here, it won't actually affect the entry in the vault itself. It will only be the settings from the entry in the template group. So if I decide to change the name for endpoint 09, I'll click on Update. So now the entry is called endpoint 09 in the template group selection. If I click OK, it will actually create the template group now. But you'll notice that the entry that I selected and changed the name in the template group is still called endpoint 02 in the vault itself. Also, if you are using the template group to recreate the structure for a new employee, a team, or a client, we recommend using the variables available to you to help with the customization of the structure for your use case. For example, if you're an MSP and deploying multiple clients, you'd want to have a vault structure using the template group with various folders and entries configured with variables that automatically adjust the name of the entries and folders, host and credentials, depending on your use case. The variables will look up the database to return the information depending on the variable you used. With the template group, you can also use it to convert an entry and add preset sub-entries to the converted main entry. You simply have to right-click on an entry, select Edit, and click on Edit Special Action. On the side menu, you'll find the template. From here, click Convert with Template. Now select the template you want to use. You can also decide if you want to keep any parts from the entry before being converted with the template. So if you want to keep the host from the old entry, simply click in the checkbox. If you don't want to keep the credentials, just uncheck it. And you can also decide if you want to add template sub-entries and clear current sub-entries. When you're ready, simply click on OK to complete the conversion. If you want to know more about the variables and the template group, feel free to consult our documentation and knowledge base articles. Also, if you want to manage any existing template group, head over to File, under Templates, and click on Entry Templates. From here, you'll be able to view all of your existing templates. In my case, the one I've created earlier with you, which is Windjammer IT Credentials and Endpoint. You can see it's a template group since you can click on the drop-down menu here and view all of the credentials and endpoints that are included in the template group. From here, you'll be able to duplicate the template. You can edit the template as well, or you can delete it. And you can also export the template if you want to.